Martin.
Yes.
Well, remember when everybody was hyped for that Mandalorian?
You, yeah. You.
Like when I go to dinner with somebody, I said, "Man, you heard of DTmerch.com?" You know, hey, let me tell you about these slides.
You spent too long looking at the computer.
I know.
Buttons.
Hey, man. What do you mean segue coming up? I don't know what you're talking about. We got new products in there. Got those slides that are in there. Christmas shirts are coming pretty soon. But in the meantime, check out our Heather line right there, which we have these weird-ass colors here. But people have been buying these shirts and showing me pictures, and people look very good at them. I mean, you know, it's no classic black tee with the white logo, but those are very charming as well, along with the many other things that we have in DTmerch.com. The Mandalorian. You know, the Mandalorian, looking at this, everybody's excited because we're getting back to that, to the dirtiness, getting back to the scum and the villainy, that gritty Western feeling, that old gangster shit. Man,
You're just loving it, aren't you?
I'm loving it, man. None of that cute, goofy ass kid stuff. You know, we were all sitting back and like, man, that's what I'm talking about, rough and dirty. That's why I like my Star Wars. And then by the end of the episode, we were like, oh, so cute. Man, we thought we was some tough shit. We thought we were hardcore, Mark. No, none of us. None of us could resist the power of Baby Yoda right here. You know, this is something, man, with this Baby Yoda. This thing is becoming a phenomenon, man. With something that we thought would not ever be associated with anything cute and cuddly, you know, this whole Mandalorian thing. You know, and we could not resist the moment, right from the first episode, Martin, the moment that the Mandalorian, the tough, feared bounty hunter, when he did that E.T. finger touch with Baby Yoda right there, turned that tough bounty hunter into a bitch, along with the rest of us, man. I'm here to tell you today, do not be fooled by this thing, this Baby Yoda. Y'all falling for it. You know, you're talking about how cute it is, but I'm going to tell you something. Behind those big, adorable eyes, there's something very cold. There's something very calculating that's going on with this thing here. And that cold and calculating thing can bring down everything that we have grown to love about this series, The Mandalorian. And if you've been watching the show, some of it might be obvious. Some of it you might have already mentioned, and some of it, you know, some of it I might need to just make you aware of. Because y'all don't know what you're talking about until I am here to let you know.
All right, educate us, please.
It's so hard coming here every Sunday to enlighten these people. And
somebody has to do it.
It's a burden to sometimes
and it's falling on you.
Crush your dreams. Tell you that what you thought was beautiful and cute is actually something nefarious and dark. But that's what we have here with this Baby Yoda. To know Baby Yoda, you have to understand Baby Yoda. And the thing about Baby Yoda is, like, first of all, it's not Yoda, as we all know. You know, it just looks like Yoda. Of course it's not Yoda because Yoda has been long dead. You know, it was Empire Strikes Back where he was trying to get those last words out. You, Luke.
And another thing.
Luke is like, I know this motherfucker. Hey, bitch, wake up. Get your ass, hey. He's mad. Look at leave me on a cliffhanger like this. I know this bitch just didn't die on me like this. You know, the reason why we call him Baby Yoda is because there's no name for his species, Yoda's species.
Maybe it's called Yoda.
The Yodas, yeah, you know, but the species has been, as far as, you know, a whole species, it's been somewhat of a mystery still. You know, we've seen concept art of a younger Yoda out there. We've seen, you know, we've read stories. We've seen, you know, yoga. God damn it!
Come on, man.
Change
it. 4 letters. I know you can do this,
boy. But you'd be surprised you could trip over 4 letters. Shit, pick this shit up. Yoda, get over and get your letters, man. But as far as Yoda, you know, no one really knows what Yoda is. But since we don't know what his species is, that's all we can do is just call something that looks like him a Yoda, Baby Yoda. This is where we get into some good things about Baby Yoda, because with Baby Yoda, the great thing about Baby Yoda is that it's a nice way to still bring in nostalgia for the series,
Sure.
While expanding the story at the same time. You know, when they brought Baby Yoda in, it could have felt real cheap, and I was so much afraid that it would be, but you know, that's the cool thing about this show is that they're bringing in some other elements that we really haven't had a chance to explore before, and Yoda's species is one of them, and so we're getting a chance to explore these creatures and this race that we didn't really know that much about. You know, I'm gonna give some credit here. Now, how have you been liking the show?
I've been liking it quite a bit.
Yeah,
it like you said, watching it is that feeling of watching the original series of Star Wars. Right? As a matter of fact, it's like watching A New Hope.
Yeah,
it takes you right back there. And bringing in the Baby Yoda at the end of the first episode. Because the first episode plays out like a Western and pretty much like, all right, these are the beats it's going to hit. And then that was the big, oh. And then the second episode was all like, man, what are they going to do? Where does it go from here? What's going to happen? Third episode was pretty much me going like, I think I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it was more of a formula. It wasn't bad, but it was more of like, yeah, I can guess how this is going to play out.
That second episode is badass, man.
It is.
And you know what? That second episode is one of the reasons why I was really loving what they were doing with something that I kind of had doubts about at first, like at this point right now. You know, they don't play up Baby Yoda's cuteness.
They don't.
You know, I mean, Yoda's Baby Yoda, he's cute as f, man, and they know that. And all he has to do is just sit there. You know, there's never a moment, because if, you know, George Lucas used to do this kind of nonsense, man.
My God.
You know, they our movies in general, you know, because they do it with dogs.
Yeah.
You know, Yoda don't sit up there and do what cute dogs do in movies, where a dog can never just sit there and just be cute or expressive with his eyes. They always have to give it, you know, reactions like, you know. They never do that with Baby Yoda. You know, they never do a thing when he makes those baby noises and he's like, you know, or it sound like a little anime character.
Yeah.
You know, they don't ever do that. Baby Yoda is badass, man, because all Baby Yoda does, Baby Yoda just sits in that crib and just floats and shuts the f up. You know, he doesn't say a word, and that is brilliant. He has these big expressive eyes, and for a little puppet, which is what it is,
it's almost like they're not trying to sell the toys.
You know, well, you would think so, because look at those eyes right there. And it's a puppet. That looks rubbery as f. And even when he's down walking, you know, there's moments where he's got that puppet walk. You know?
But you got to figure, okay, with technology being what it is, they can make this Baby Yoda look totally realistic with CGI. And yet, I bet there were tests done, and it was just like, yeah, the more we do that, the less it looks like the original Yoda, which was a Muppet. Yeah,
you know, when you see that and what they're doing with them, you know, it's just like, yeah, I kind of like what's happening with that. You know, there was only one time that he made a noise that I thought, okay, that's justified when they were taking him away. And he said, "Shit, I better say something." He tried to make the most pitiful noise.
Are you sure about
that? Yeah. Usually when they roll him away, he looked at Mandalorian straight in the face like, and even Mandalorian's like, shit. There's some good money too. Why you have to look at me? Baby Yoda is actually a good role model for the kids out there, you know, because the parents should be telling the kids, you see little Yoda, be like him. Yeah. Shut the f up. You know, just sit there. You know,
save my life when you have to. Yeah. Otherwise, just be quiet.
Kids, parents should tell their kids, you know what? Just shut the f up and sit there and look cute. You know why Baby Yoda gets to go on all kind of cool adventures? Because he doesn't bother the Mandalorian. He shuts the f up. You know? Why did he come back and save him? Because you know, if Baby Yoda had been crying the whole time, and where are we there yet? Where are we going?
Can I have one of those?
Hey, I have to use the bathroom. You know, Mandalorian be like, take this motherfucker Kill his ass. Take him. Give me my money.
Cut him up. I want to see it.
Yeah. Shit. Hell, give me the gizzards. I'll eat it. There's a lot of opportunities they could have done to go in and like really ruin this character, and they didn't. But you know, there's even moments where, despite the cuteness of the character, the show still goes hard, man. Mm-hmm. The show's raw as hell. They had the last episode. I liked the last episode. I didn't like it as much as the second one.
Yeah, I still liked it.
But I really liked that last episode. And the reason why I liked that last episode is because despite having a Baby Yoda actually makes the Mandalorian more violent.
Well, it gives us something to fight for.
Baby Yoda has caused a lot of death. My jaw was dropped when the Mandalorian cooked a stormtrooper in his outfit. He turned that motherfucker into a and the dude was screaming.
I know.
I was like, holy shit. Even little Baby Yoda like, shit, I want in on some of this. You know, remember, and this is how raw the show is, man, because I got kind of mad. I was like, man, that space rhino, that space wasn't bothering anybody. She was trying to protect her egg and everything, and she was about to get the jump on the Mandalorian, and then Yoda pulled that force shit. Even the rhino like, bitch, this ain't fair.
No. Come on, I won this fight.
Yeah. So far, even though you have this cute little creature and this hardcore bounty hunter, a lot of people said you have some lone wolf and cub thing going on with this. And that's it's been brilliantly worked into the themes of Star Wars. So people are now saying, well, you know, you ain't said nothing but good things. What's your problem? You know, why don't you trust Baby Yoda? You had nothing but nice things to say about him. And I tell you that the thing I'm worried about is that from the very beginning, from the moment they showed him, and even though I was in love with him just like anybody else, you still can't help but feel that this is a very calculated marketing move by Disney to sell a bunch of toys.
Yes. However, and I know you're just kicking this point off, but I've been looking at a lot of Black Friday ads, and the Baby Yoda is not out there right
Christmas. They already.
But like when you want to sell stuff for Christmas, you get it out now.
Oh, there's reports out there already saying he's coming. You know, do you honestly believe Disney's gonna sit on this cute mother right here and not sell him to kids?
I don't. That's which is why I don't understand. Like, what are they waiting on? Are they waiting for the series to go so far, or they were like, wait, we got to give people a chance to get Disney Plus and see the episodes, so then we can get them out there.
That's a great point, and that's what has me worried. It's like, are you gonna get us to the point where we are really enjoying this, and then bam, you just gonna dump marketing on us with this whole thing, with plushies and Legos and dolls, you know? Are we going like at this moment where we really love Baby Yoda? Where Baby Yoda's cool, ain't bothering nobody. Are we gonna get sick of him at the same time?
It certainly makes me worry about future projects where they'll start crowbarring Baby Yoda into everything.
See, I'm worried about that, and I'm worried about it with this. I mean, we got 5 more episodes. You know, we're 3 in.
Yeah.
And they introduced Baby Yoda right off the bat. So now, which is what they had to do. But, you know, I'm just wondering, is it going to get to a point where Baby Yoda is going to be so right now it feels natural the way they have him in the show. But is there going to be some point where it is going to start to feel like, okay, now you really are just kind of putting a whole lot of Yoda in here, Baby Yoda in here, because you are trying to sell this? Is it going to start to feel like, okay, it's a cool show, but now it's starting to feel kind of like a commercial for this little thing too?
Well, how do you feel about the way they handled Baby Groot?
It's cool
because there was some selling of it, but not as much as you would have thought.
That's a great point too, because you know, Baby Groot, even that kind of bothered me just a little bit. It's like, all right, you know, because it wasn't like people just say, I want a Groot. Like they knew it and they pushed those toys.
Right. But then we see the next movie, he's already teenager Groot. Who's not cute. It's just funny. And they didn't keep milking Baby Groot. And
you know what? They didn't. But they got the money, and that's the thing that, you know, it could be the same thing with this. But you know something? Baby Groot grew fast.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is 50 years old. You know he's still a baby. They got plenty of time. They got plenty of time to pimp this little baby out, man. I don't mind them marketing things. You know, I know what Disney is. I know what the deal is. I know what the deal is. I know the game.
You knew what this was.
Yeah, I know what the game is. They're there. Like I said, they're there to pimp out children, man. You know, let's get their money. I know what they're doing. But this is just the one where everybody said, just come on, let's just get this one thing right here.
Sure.
And so I really hope that I'm not saying it will, but I just hope Baby Yoda doesn't interfere with something that has already had a great start. You know, and so far it's working. Just a concern of mine.
Yeah.
But the biggest concern is something that they kind of hinted at the end of the last episode, or near the end of the last episode. And that is how Baby Yoda will probably tie into the prequels. Now, I'm not saying this because I hate the prequels, which I do, and I'm tired of kids talking about, okay, boomer, he's like, yeah, you're just old. You just, that movie was for the kids. I'm like, all right, it's your thing. It's still a piece of shit, but one day you will grow up and you will be wise and you will see for yourself. And I was already articles coming out where it's like, yeah, what was I thinking when I watched this movie? Episode 1 especially. People like coming around like, yeah, and I even still watch it. I hate myself for it.
Oh, you still watch the prequels?
Some people say I watch it just because of nostalgia for my childhood, and I hate myself for it.
Oh, Jesus.
There's even video of George Lucas out there where he's watching it, and he's just kind of like, how do I fix this? And people kind of looking at him just kind of like, man, look, it's done.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me see.
He's asking, how do I fix this?
Yeah. Am I lying? Y'all have seen this, right? Yeah, it's...
Oh.
The quote, I believe, is, I may have gone a bit far in places.
I may have gone a bit... Yeah, Martin, let me see if I can find this for you.
It's bold in terms of jerking people around, but I may have gone too far in a few places.
Like, I meant for there to be some racism in it, but not as much. I don't know. But I'm so in love with all of it, I don't know which ones to cut.
Yeah, the prequels, man. Most people will tell you that, yeah, it's a failure just because people just even have doubts over it now.
Yeah.
It's just not working. And so a lot of people don't even like to go back to it, but it's done. It exists. It's already a part of canon. There's nothing we can do about it. And they have worked it into some of the other stories that we've enjoyed later on. And it's fine. There's certain things that either it's okay or they're just small enough to disregard. Like, far as where to go with the Nappy Head is, and Saw Gutera and Rogue One, this. He was put into the Clone Wars. And people say those, Clone Wars has gone in and kind of retconned some of the worst things about the prequels. They've actually gone in and taken characters and made them better and done things. Clone Wars has done a lot of that. Sometimes, they've gone too far. Like Darth Maul was great in Clone Wars, so they tried to do a cameo of him, Darth Maul in Solo, which was most people just kind of, who the f is that? I thought that dude was dead.
Yeah. Last I saw him get cut in half. How is he walking around?
Yeah. So, but again, it's something that it's at the end of the movie. We can leave it alone or whatever, man. And then there's been some things that people have said, all right, I never thought I'd say this about something from the prequels. I'm actually looking forward to it. Obi-Wan Kenobi, man, is getting his own series on Disney Plus. And they're saying, like, this is the kind of adventures when he was kind of an outlaw. Going out there when he had to be kind of lay low from like
amputating Darth Vader.
For what's that? Where he's kind of laying low because I guess his name is out there and people know who he is, and he's just kind of and he's living. It's that point after the Empire where shit is crazy. Yeah, and he's kind of has to figure out what to do with himself, and he's laying low because of the Jedi Order, or the Empire Order to kill all the Jedis, and there's still people out there that want to do it. That's one of the reasons why they probably want Baby Yoda.
This sounds like another Western.
Yeah, it probably is going to be, some type. But who knows? But what I'm leading up to is that they hinted at something at the end of near the end of the last episode 3 of The Mandalorian, and hasn't been confirmed yet anything. But I hope it's not what people are thinking what it is. They had Baby Yoda strapped to a table, and it looks like they were extracting something from him. And the thing that they might be extracting from him is something that people will tell you should never be uttered ever again in the Star Wars universe.
Midichlorians are a microscopic life form that resides within all living cells.
Even Anakin's like, that's stupid. Midichlorians? Sound like something you put in Gatorade. Yeah, the midichlorians, this been, and it might not be it, but it's said that the thing that they might have been trying to extract from little Baby Yoda's body might have been midichlorians because he's a threat to the new empire that's coming up, the new order that's coming up, because we don't want any Jedis around.
Yeah, yeah.
So we don't want anything force sensitive around. So that's the thing that kind of worries me with Yoda. It's kind of bringing in our Baby Yoda, whatever he is, she is like, okay, we might be seeing the things that we said we didn't want to see with this. We know they're going to market it, but we didn't want all the cute marketing that went on, that was there simply to sell toys.
But if they can bring back the midichlorians but make it work, that's a win-win.
Yeah, and you know what? That is true. If they do that, I'm so scared of them just coming in and messing that up because that was so stupid.
Right.
But you know what? If they can come in and kind of do something with it in better hands, then maybe, like we said, they're going in and they're retconning a lot of things and making them better now. Mm-hmm. And that could be it too. I'm willing to give it a chance, so I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, this whole thing with Baby Yoda could actually lead to some of the things that we were fearing, that we thought we would not see in The Mandalorian. And I'm willing to just kind of let it all slide and trust what they're doing because we got 5 episodes left.
Yeah, we're 3 in. We're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Let's hope for the best. Hopefully we can ride this out, get to that 8th episode, and everything was cool.
Yeah.
What they do from there, who knows?
Is it? We'll see. I trust what they're doing.
Yeah.
They've done well so far. So we'll see.